Okay, this is going to be a video on the different ways of wiring batteries together. I found this example online that shows the common ways of wiring batteries together. One is parallel, the other one is series, and they had a third one on there which I thought was interesting that I didn't really hear of before. That was called series parallel, and I haven't tried it yet, but I'm pretty sure it has its uses. But anyway, I'm going to go over what I think this is, how this works. Is in parallel, you would have 12-volt batteries connected, the positives and negatives together. So you are increasing amperage, current flow, by 4 times. So if you have a 100 amp 12-volt batteries, you would connect them together in parallel, and then you would get a 400 amp 12-volt battery. And then you have series, where you connect the positive and negatives together and you end up with a higher voltage, but I believe that the amperage would remain the same as each individual battery. So you have 100 amp 12 volts connected in series would end up with a 48 volt 100 amp large battery. And I believe that the series parallel way is a way of increasing voltage and increasing amperage. So you would have 100 amp 12 volt batteries connected in series parallel, but because they are 24 volt batteries basically now, instead of or two 12 volt or 4 12 volts connected into 24 volts, you would, I'm guessing at 100 amps each battery, you would have a total of 24 volts with 200 amps, making the, adding the amperage together of just the top and bottom. You wouldn't end up with 400. I'm pretty sure you just end up with 200, because it's the same as the first one. If you have 100 amps in each battery and you connect it together, then you increase amperage. But if you connect it in series like this, the voltage goes up, but the amperage doesn't go up. But if you connect it in series parallel, you make the voltage go up and you make the amperage add together as well. But I came up with another way of wiring batteries together that I'm going to be calling series paired. And similar to how the series parallel works, the way I hooked them together is I took 6 volts of my golf cart. It's a 36 volt string of 6 volts, and I took 3 12 volts and I paired them with these 4 batteries inside the string, leaving the 2 positive and negative batteries at the end of the string still solo. Because if I I tried connecting the 12 volts directly to the ends, and the amperage actually went down because it was only utilizing the power in the 12 volts and not really the 6 volts anymore. So by pairing them like this, I was able to make multiple paths for the battery current to flow through the string. So it was able to add, I felt a dramatic difference in how fast I accelerated versus how far I pushed the throttle down. I pushed the throttle down less and I would accelerate faster. The golf cart would travel farther, and it would go up hills and steep grades with more torque than if I just had just the one string of 6 volts. So I'm providing a path for the current not just in this one string here of 6 volts, but also this way and this way and also this way. So you got 3 ways for electricity to flow from this battery to this battery, adding amperage and torque with the flow there. I'm not quite sure how much amps is added, but I know that I'm basically putting 36 volts inside the 36 volt string, leaving the 2 6 volts at the end. solo. So it's like I'm putting 36 volts inside these 4 batteries right here, increasing their amount of amperage supply um, by another. Yeah, see, I'm gonna have to do some more work with this to see how much amps I'm actually getting and how much current is actually being drawn. I have to get my shunt and hook it up and see what kind of power consumption and amperage is being used. But I just want to make the video though to share this because it is very useful, especially if you use it in electric golf carts or in electric vehicles. The 6 volts usually take up more room and are bigger and heavier, but by adding the 12 volts like this, it dramatically increases the amount of current supply to the motor. So very, very useful so far with my golf cart, and I'm going to be trying it with the electric converted vehicle soon. So there you go. You got parallel, series parallel, and the one that I came up with and added, series paired.